Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So Ball State's offense trots out there to open this game. Always enjoyed coming to the Fiesta Bowl over the years. And, of course, we got the modern Silver Stadium here sitting in the desert ready for this showdown.
Well, it's so many great memories here, Chris. Think back to the Boise State, Oklahoma back in '07. How about the classic between Oklahoma State and Stanford with Andrew Luck in 2012? And then the shocker just a few years ago with TCU over Michigan in 2022. This game has a history of providing the unexpected.
Second down after the incompletion. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's 3rd down and 2. They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they... this back at coming up with that conversion.
Catch made by the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Now from the pistol formation.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Here comes a handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The shotgun handoff here. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate. I mean, actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So Utep's offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun running play call. In the clear at the 25. Jukes to get past a man. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And the Miners will come to the line to run the hurry up.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second manageable here for this offense.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The Miners will line up on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Took contact on the throw. Looking for the end zone, but not complete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Miners. They were backed up to start the drive, and some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Ball State's offense back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They get him down, but the game moves the ball up to the 36. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Handoff to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Hold it. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. The clock is running. Last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And he's tackled after the catch. 2nd down play coming up. And here's the handoff. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Tight end makes the grab. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Got a lane. Can he get in? Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Utep's offense is back out there now. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. And the Miners hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Fights through a tackle. An exciting spin move, but doesn't produce much of a gain.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up with run support.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches. The Miners will line up to punt it away. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. Here comes the Cardinals offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Breaks loose at the 15. Comes out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Inside the 20. Great cut, they whiff on him. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. The offense sets up with a first and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is showing up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Went after, knocked right through. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. The Miners offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. try the ground game here with the running back. He shreds the tackle. And the freshman brings him down quickly. And the Miners come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. An inside give now from the shotgun. They bring him down at the 45, and a solid gain to keep this drive going. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Utep.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Cardinals offense is back out on the field now. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a 1st down.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
They've got him down out near the 40.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. The back's got it. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Trying to extend the play. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. Quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball, and eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and affect him.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Another great play by this receiver, and I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
And they'll stop him short of the goal line. Offense will set up inside the 5.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the touchdown. Cardinals. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Now the try here for the extra point. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to put this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Utep offense back on the field now. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pass complete on the crosser. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Quarterback looking to scramble. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Looking for his big tight end. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down. The Miners will have to kick this away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Ball State offense back out there. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. First down. Looking to throw the football. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Offense getting set. It's second down. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's escaping the pocket now. And left with no option, he just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away, see what happens.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, that one's picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover three. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They'll tackle him at the 27. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first two quarters of playoff football. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate who'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Utep's offense is back out there now. First play of the drive now from the 25. We get the second half started with the running play. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back.
Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps possession. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And the Miners hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44. The Miners churn out another first down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the...
Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Oh, and they pick it, and now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Looks like the defense has it.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Ball State's offense back out on the field now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Physical running, fights off the defender. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent game. Moves the ball to the 33. First down here for this offense. They'll try the right here. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. But I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ball State.
This defense just getting manhandled at the line of scrimmage. They just loaded up in that goal line formation and pushed their way into the end zone.
With BAT, it's a 3-touchdown lead, 35-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Miners' offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a quick grab. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. And the Miners looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down play coming up for this offense. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The Miners come to the line, start a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Looking to pass here on second down. The ball is caught. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the Cardinals offense back on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. And there's the handoff. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
He's moving out of the pocket. Plenty of time back there in the pocket. He's going to throw to the right. What an electric play. Suddenly, they move into scoring position down to the 24.
I don't know if that's a busting coverage or just a mistake by this defense, but the tight end is all alone. Nobody around him, an easy throw for the quarterback, and obviously a huge gain for the offense.
And while this is incomplete, we have a flag down on the field. Let's see what this is all about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. The 30. The 20. At the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Miners. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Cardinals' offense is back out on the field now. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. They'll run it from the gun. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Now I like the run play here. Offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
And it's caught. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Oh, here comes the reverse. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down, and he lofts it toward the sideline. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Just ran away from the defense. That's another strike from this quarterback here. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And the extra point was up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Utep offense back on the field now. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught across the middle. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38. And the Miners looking to run some tempo here.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
They'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Miners lining up here on 1st and 10. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. He's moving out of the pocket now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now it's second down here.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Second down. We're going to throw it. It's an out route. The catch made. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain in the pitch and catch. Here we go, 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. Quarterback drops back. Looking to scramble. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utep. And they get set now to try the PAT. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Dan, everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off the scramble.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. The onside kick works as they steal a possession here.
Hey, you're down a couple scores. This is an outstanding call to try to get this football back. That's the first step in coming back. Now, let's try to steal a score here and see if you can do it all over again.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down to the 27-yard line. You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
The pass rush closing in. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And the Miners come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. The reception gets about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Launches downfield. And he finds his target. He has the first. Touchdown, Miners. This offense cannot be stopped. That's an important score. We've got one possession game now, Kurt. And it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Ball State offense back out there. One more 1st down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. 0 running room to stop right at the line of scrimmage.
You can almost sense the coaches challenged this offensive line before they went out in the field, how important this drive is with the lead late in the football game. They are hitting people and pushing people around up front and being able to get positive yards on 1st and 10.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. 3rd down, out of the shotgun. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff as they try to work the clock here. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Ball handed off. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume. Just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock because you got everything working in your direction.
Ball back at the 6 for a second and goal off that loss. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. They finally corral him at the 1.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ball State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And he fields it inside the 15. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Utep's offense is back out there now. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to pull it down and run. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. They've got him. It's a sack from the defense. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. No press here. The defense backing away. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Catch made on the right side. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And that pass is incomplete, trying for an oh-by-the-way touchdown, but it's no good. Time expires. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.